Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cleve Podcast. This is John LaFront, and I'm here with another mini episode of Here's the Lesson. And I want to slow this episode down just a little bit because I'm going to be using a word that can be kind of dramatic at times and is overused, but one that I think is still applicable to the subject that we're talking about. And that word is cult. And I'm not trying to be dramatic by using this. I'm actually just describing a psychological pattern. Most people, think cults are defined by compounds or extreme beliefs. They're not. They're actually defined by control. So it's closed systems, unquestioned authority, punishment for dissent, isolation for those who name harm. Loyalty is demanded and accountability is avoided. And sometimes, quietly and subtly, families can begin operating that same way. Not because they're monsters, not because they set out to harm anyone, but because control can disguise itself as closeness. It can hide inside tradition, inside religion, inside respect, inside that's just how we've always done it. In healthy families, growth is allowed. You can question, you can mature, you can develop your own convictions. You can set boundaries without being cut off. The system bends, it repairs, it makes room. But in control based systems, differentiation feels like betrayal. The moment you think differently, you're labeled rebellious. The moment you name harm, you're accused of causing division. The moment you set a boundary, you're told you're dishonoring the family. And over time, people begin shrinking. Not because they're weak, but because shrinking feels safer than losing connection. That's how control sustains itself. Now, here's the part that weighs heavily on people of faith. Many of us were taught that honoring our parents means compliance, but honor and compliance are not the same thing. Honor does not mean protecting sin. Honor does not mean enabling abuse. Honor does not mean sacrificing your marriage or your children to preserve an image. Jesus Christ confronted power when power harmed people. He did not preserve systems at the expense of truth. Truth is not rebellion. Differentiation is not disrespect. And sometimes stepping back from a control based system is not dishonoring your family, it's refusing to pass down patterns that are hurting everyone. If your growth disrupted the system, that does not automatically mean that you became toxic. Control based systems feel threatened by awareness because awareness removes leverage. And when leverage disappears, control often calls it division. But clarity is not division. Clarity is stewardship. Clarity is maturity. Clarity is how generational cycles begin to lose their grip. You are not dishonoring your family by refusing to participate in control. You are choosing truth over fear. And truth, spoken with humility and love, is not destructive. It's refining. It's healing. It's freeing. If this message stirred something in you, especially the tension between honoring your parents and protecting your marriage, you are not alone in that tension. These are sacred and difficult spaces to navigate. If you want to go deeper into what healthy differentiation looks like from a faith perspective, I unpack that more in this week's weekly note and on the podcast. You can find both linked in the show notes below. And as always, leave what's unhealthy, cleave to what's true. That's where the real healing begins. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again next time.